All right, so last lesson we talked about solving systems using substitution, okay? Here we're going to take baby steps because our last way to solve systems is called elimination, okay? There are actually two different ways to do elimination. So we're going to do the adding and subtracting today, and then we'll do the harder one tomorrow, okay? So basically what's going to happen is with elimination, okay, as you look at both of these equations, it's going to be really hard to solve one of our variables like we did in substitution, okay, because none of our variables have just a variable by itself. They all have numbers in front of it. Okay, so what I want you to look for is, do any of the variables have the same number in front of it? It's okay if it's positive and negative, but do they have the same number in front of it? So as you look at these, both the x's have 3's in front of them. One's negative, one's positive, that's okay. So what I want you to do on your notes sheet, if you have opposite signs, okay, we're going to add our two equations together. If you have the same sign, so if they're both positive, both negative, we're going to subtract our two equations. Okay, so since these are opposite signs, I'm going to take and I'm going to add my equations together. So negative 3x plus 3x is 0. 4y plus negative 6y is negative 2y. And then 12 plus 18 is 30. Okay, so if I get rid of that first 0, I have the equation negative 2y equals 30. You guys can solve that now. Okay, it's one variable now. It's a one-step equation. We can solve it. So we divide by negative 2. So y is negative 15. So just like with before with graphing and substitution, we have to have a point as our answer. Okay, so I know my y value is negative 15. Okay, so then to find the x value, you pick one of your equations. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Okay, so I'm just going to pick the first one. So I'm going to have negative 3x plus 4 times negative 15. So plugging that 15 that I found, that negative 15 that I found, equals 12. So negative 3x minus, because positive 4 times negative 15 is negative 60, equals 12. So then we add 60 over, get negative 3x equals 72, divide by negative 3. So we know for sure it's going to be negative, and then it's negative 24. So then my solution to this system is negative 24, negative 15. Okay, so moving on to the next example. Okay, so I'm looking for, do either of my variables have the same number in front of them? Okay, so this time my y's do. They're both positive this time, so we're going to use the idea of same signs subtract. So I'm going to subtract this whole equation. Okay, so guys, it might be easiest to rewrite it. Okay, so if we're subtracting, that means we're changing all of the signs, right? So that becomes negative, that becomes negative, that one's going to become positive. And then we're going to add them. Okay, because it's just easier to add than subtract, because people forget to distribute the negative through. So if you take 4x plus negative 5x, you get a negative x, or negative 1x. 3y plus negative 3y is 0, so that one goes away. And then 2 plus 2 is 4. So then to solve for x, we're going to divide by negative 1. So we get x is negative 4. So then again, choose one of your equations. Again, I'm just going to pick the top one like I did last time. So we're going to have 4 times negative 4 plus 3y equals 2. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. Add the 16 over. We get 3y equals 18. Divide by 3. We get y is 6. So then my answer is the point negative 4, 6. Okay. So we got one more example to go through. Okay. Now this one is a little bit different because my x's and my y's are not on the same side. So we're going to fix that. We're going to make it so they are on the same side. So I have 9x minus 3y equals 18 for the first one. And then for the second one, I have 7x plus 3y equals 30. Okay, so just getting all of my variables on the left side there. So now my y's have 3's in front of them. One's positive, one's negative. So we're going to add our two equations together. So 9x plus 7x is 16x. Negative 3y plus 3y is 0. And then 18 plus 30 is 48. Okay, so then we divide by 16. We get x equals 3. Okay, so I know that's part of my point. So then take that, plug it in. You can actually pick any of the equations. I'm going to pick this one. Okay, so I'm going to have 3y equals negative 7 times 3 plus 30. So we get 3y equals negative 21 plus 30. So 3y equals 9. Divide by 3. Y is 3. So for this one, we have the point 3, 3 as our answer. So that's using elimination just with adding and subtracting.